Dick Trickle now has caught the car number 7 of Jimmy Hensby. And Mark Martin has caught them.
Oh, Trickle spins. This could be the caution flag that
Mark Martin.
And they do throw it. Mark Martin is going to get a lap back.
Oh, and the clock thickens.
Because he is the only one that has shown enough speed to run with Rusty Wallace tonight that he finally gets that lap back.
Yeah, this could be a very significant development in that race. That spin by Dick Trickle on the backstretch brings out the caution, allows Mark Martin to encircle the entire about 3/4 of the racetrack. And now we could have a real shootout.
Here we go. Trickle gets underneath the 7 car, turns the car, hits the gas, and around he goes. And Mark Martin, if Trickle went up the hill, Martin wouldn't have to worry about racing anymore tonight because he would have been out.
There was no contact between the two. Looks like that Dick just lost control coming off the corner. Here's Jerry Bunch.
Taking a look at Rusty Wallace through now. Buddy Parrott cleaning the rubber from the front of the grill. Rubber buildup could be a problem on a short track as far as the car overheating. That's across the wall. Right side tires going on the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. Now left side tires. You're watching 15 on the bottom. That is Jeff Boodine's Motorcraft Ford getting service on pit road. Rusty Wallace left side tires. 15 is down and out. As the 2 comes down and out, they race back to turn 1. As activity continues over in the backstretch, here is John Kernan.
Lake speed is in. Right side tires are already on. They will take a quarter turn to wedge out of the right rear. They're going to try and loosen it up a little bit. There goes Rusty Wallace. Also Jeff Bodine already out. The left sides are on. Lake speed guns the engine, heads down, but will he beat Ricky Rudd out? He's on the racetrack.
Yeah, I believe he will. I believe Lake will be able to go into the third. We'll watch that.
I don't know how they do that because the last time Kyle Petty did beat Jeff down the across that line, but evidently they're talking about blending someplace else. I know they're supposed to blend in, and evidently they're not using that white line.
7th caution of the evening is out here on the 271st lap at the Bud 500. And we'll take a break and be back with more of our live coverage after these messages. ESPN Speed World watches from overhead as the field realigns for a restart. Here's Jerry Punch with a report on pit road just before we go green.
Guys, you commented how well Rusty Wallace runs when they drop the green flag. But after about 20 or 25 laps, he begins to slow down just slightly. The crew has noticed the same thing as well, so they've made an adjustment. 1 pound of air pressure, Bill Wilburn told me, and those tires can make a big difference. And they think they have a little too much pressure in this tire. It's a new tire here, and we'll see if it can be a little more consistent now under a long green flag run. Back upstairs.
Here's the green. Rusty brings him down slowly to get the green flag, and Lake Speed did not beat Ricky Rudd to the line. So Rudd is 3rd, Jeff Bodine 2nd, Speed is 4th, and Morgan Shepherd is 5th. Remember, Mark Martin is back on the lead lap in 10th.
Here's, we see Earnhardt trying to get by the 21 car. Morgan Shepherd, the Citgo Ford, the GM Goodrich Chevrolet.
And when they made their pit stops, Earnhardt was 5th and Shepherd was 6th. But Shepherd hitting on the front stretch was able to get out in front of us. So now Shepherd is 5th and Earnhardt 6th. So right now, Shepherd is pulling away from Earnhardt. As Lake.
Up to the front we go. Here's Bodine trying to put a lap on Bill Elliott. He does. Ricky Rudd will come along.
You're going to see Dick Trickle, who when he spun back there, lost a lap. He was in the lead lap until he spun. Now he is a lap down.
Yeah, Bob, there are only 11, 12 cars now in the lead lap. There were 13.
Here's Earnhardt again.
6th place.
Brett Bodine is 7th. Their lap of the 4 car, and Ernie involved, I believe, in our very first caution after taking a provisional to get into this race. It's been a tough and long evening for Ernie Irvin.
He's being shown in 14th position. 1 lap down. So he stayed in the same lap. He lost a lap during that spin, but he has not lost any more since then.
There's a 6th car. He's on the way back. He just passed Rick Mast. He's seen tonight that he has one of the better, faster race cars here. Now he has to work his way through this traffic to get back to the front. As Earnhardt goes alongside Bill Elliott. Here comes Brett Bodine. He pulls alongside.
Brett's having a good run. He's 7th.
I tell you, these cars get on the outside, they really struggle. Here comes Harry again. Right behind him is the 6 car. Martin driving in forward.
Now Phil Parsons passed Bill Elliott there. That was 4th position.
Bill Elliott has a victory here at Bristol. He won the Food City race in 1988, the spring event. But his problems in 93 continue. He's been on somewhat of a hot streak here recently, but things have not gone particularly well for Bill Elliott tonight.
Of course, Junior Johnson's other car, Pet Strickland, was involved in a crash, putting it out of the race for the Donald Ford. Here's Martin now working on Harry again.
He took a look.
This is the battle for 9th position, and Mark now has it. His highest was, of course, the lead that he had on lap 85, and his lowest, 21st, occurred on lap 176. He led 54 circuits. Now up to 9th.
That was right after he'd made that pit stop, that unscheduled stop, and lost 2 laps, changing a right rear tire that the lug nuts had loosened up on.
Right now, Mark Martin is about 5 7/10 seconds behind the Rusty Wallace.
5 7/10. Well, Rusty's going to start running across the traffic. Mark Martin is already in pretty heavy traffic, so we'll see how many cars Mark Martin has to go by. There's Phil Parsons. He's a couple laps down to Mark. There's a car in the lead lap, in the same lap. Jimmy Hensley, the family channel Ford. There's Ernie Irvin. He's a lap down. Now Brett Bodine, another car that he has to pass in the same lap.
Yep, Brett's in 7th position.
Earnhardt's 6th. And right in front of Earnhardt
is Morgan Shepherd, who's 5th.
That's right. And right in front of Morgan Shepherd is a gaggle of cars.
4-3 and 2, Speed, Rudd, and Jeff Bodine.
Dick Trickle, I tell you what, he's hanging with this bunch.
Sure is.
Hey, Morgan Shepherd is running good.
Yeah.
He was catching that group of cars that we were watching. He was running 6th before that last caution came out, and we were watching that 2nd through 5th place battle that Morgan was gaining on.
And there is the leader.
Rusty Wallace won 3 short track races earlier this year, wants to start the second half of the 93 season with another win here at Bristol, and so far he has been the man to beat. Blockbuster video blip bringing us overhead shots of Bristol International Raceway as we are 298 laps into the Bud 500. Jeff Bodine is almost 2 seconds behind leader Rusty Wallace. Ricky Rudd 2.19, Lake Speed 2.69. You can see how those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place drivers are all stacked up, and not too far behind in 5th is Morgan Shepherd. And this is how close that battle for 2nd and 3rd is. Well, just 2nd now because Dick Trickle has positioned himself between Rudd and Lake Speed. And Rick Mast passes Jimmy Hensley, and that'll put him in 9th.
Mark Martin has passed these cars and has moved on ahead.
Yeah, he's picking up on Brett Bodine. Will be the next one that he'll have to pass. Martin now being shown in the 8th position.
There you go. And we saw the green car, Brett Bodine, just a glimpse in the left side of our screen. That's the guy that Mark Martin right now is chasing. Ultimately, he's going to chase Rusty Wallace, but one step at a time.
Right. There's Brett, Quaker State Ford.
So what did we say? It was Martin was how much behind before?
5.77, wasn't it?
Well, it's 6.63 now.
So he's losing some ground, but I would expect that, having caught that traffic and having to get around that traffic.
Dale Earnhardt is in 6th. And Morgan Shepherd there is in 5th position, and Morgan has had 7 top 10s in his last 10 races. There's Lake. And there is the battle for 2nd between Jeff